Hi, Clint Coons here, and in this video, I'm going to discuss when you should never use a Nevada, Wyoming, or Delaware LLC to hold your rental real estate. Okay, let's get started. All right, so you've heard about the benefits of Nevada, Wyoming, and Delaware. I mean, you can't miss it. If you've been out there doing any research on the internet, there's a lot of information about these jurisdictions. And a lot of it is correct. There's no doubt about it. Nevada, Wyoming, Delaware, they offer excellent asset protection. They even offer anonymity for you as well, if you know how to take advantage of it so that people don't know that you own that LLC that you've set up. However, for real estate investors, many of these companies that promote these types of jurisdictions also don't tell you the full story. When it comes to investing in real estate, if you're going to own property directly in the name of a limited liability company and not use a land trust, be sure to check out some of my other videos on land trusts and the benefits of using them in your investing. But if you're going to own the property directly in the LLC, then the number one mistake you're going to make, if that property does not exist in Nevada, Wyoming, or Delaware, is using one of those LLCs to own that property. I'll give you an example of what actually happened. So there's a company out of Las Vegas. It has 3 initials in its name. I'm not going to mention it. And they set up structures for people. And I've picked up quite a few clients that have come to me with this problem. They are set up with a Nevada LLC right here. So this company sets up Nevada LLCs, are basically an entity mill. It's a one-size-fits-all approach. And you know, I talk about that a lot, that real estate investing is not a one-size-fits-all approach. You really have to understand the motivations of the client, what they're trying to accomplish. So they set up this Nevada LLC for this individual investor to own property that's located over here, this rental property in Illinois. All right. Now, why did they do this? Well, Nevada offers great charging order protection. So if you get sued, they can't take the LLC from you. 100% accurate information. Nevada offers anonymity. So if somebody looks, they don't see you. If you use a nominee, that is. 100% accurate information. Nevada, no taxes. 100% accurate information if you live in Nevada. So they tell you a number of benefits of using this Nevada limited liability company to own your real estate. Lo and behold, you do it. And just like anything, it works just fine until something happens. Now, what's happened in this particular individual situation is that his tenant quit paying rent. Well, if my tenants quit paying me rent, the first thing I do is move for an unlawful detainer action to kick them out. Well, he tried to move for an unlawful detainer action to remove that tenant from the property, and he lost. Yeah, the court allowed the tenant to remain in the property, not paying him rent. I mean, talk about adding salt to the wound. Well, why was that? Well, because the court accurately applied the law, which states that this LLC, Nevada LLC, was doing business in Illinois, and it wasn't registered to do business there. And by not being registered to do business there, then you cannot prosecute an action there, meaning bringing a lawsuit to kick out your tenant. So the case was dismissed. So here's an individual real estate investor, has a tenant now living in the property rent-free because he set up an LLC that wasn't registered in the state where the property was located. Now, he said, what can I do? Well, obviously, there's 2 ways to handle the situation. Number one is you're going to foreign file your Nevada LLC, foreign file it in Illinois. So now it's going to be registered in Nevada and it'll be registered in Illinois. The only problem with that is, if you know the filing fees, Illinois is about $700 and Nevada over here is now $350. So now you're up to $1,000 a year for this structure to get this thing set up. So there's no compelling reason to have a Nevada LLC foreign filed in Illinois, because at the end of the day, remember those benefits we were talking about? Charging order protections, anonymity, taxation, and everything else that goes with the Nevada LLC? Well, as soon as you register it in Illinois, gone. You lose all of that. So now you're paying for a Nevada LLC that's providing you 0 benefit under Nevada laws because it's now been registered in Illinois. And so that is the biggest scam I see out there from these entity mills that set up structures. They're not attorneys involved, they're just salesmen. Maybe they have one pseudo attorney on staff, they oftentimes say, that they create for people that they end up running into problems. So do not set up this type of structure. If you want the benefits of that, do not make the mistake of trying to own property out of state. If the property was owned in Nevada, obviously we would go with a Nevada limited liability company. To get the benefits, the way we do it, as you've watched from my other videos, create an Illinois LLC right here. Or better yet, because it's in Illinois, maybe you use a series LLC. Watch my video on series limited liability companies. Exceptional tool, especially Illinois. Works great. And then have that limited liability company owned down here by a Wyoming LLC to pick up the anonymity and the charging order protection. So things that you were trying to accomplish here, but it wasn't working out. So when you're going about there and putting together your real estate structures, make sure that you're creating the LLC in the property in the state where the property is located, unless of course you're using a land trust, and then you can do it a different way. And I have plenty of videos on that as well. Don't fall into that trap. Don't let the slick salesman on the other end of that phone line convince you to do something that is not in your best interest. This is never, real estate investing is never a one-size-fits-all approach.